If you have enjoyed any of the content here on the Ohio State Football Report, be sure to share. Get the channel going. Keep it moving. We would appreciate it. The Ohio State Football Report bringing you the latest with the Buckeyes as they move into a bye week, getting a break, giving us a chance to breathe a little bit and assess this team, break down what's going on with the Buckeyes. They are 3-0. We celebrate that. We enjoy that. That's a good thing overall. I think it's a good time for a break just before the Buckeyes enter Big Ten play. Ironically, they will go to the West Coast to begin Big Ten play. A 3:30 kickoff with the Washington Huskies, not this Saturday, but the next Saturday. So we'll be excited for that one. We'll have our usual watch party for that. But I thought, good chance after 3 weeks, 3 games, 3 different opponents to break down winners and losers on the Buckeyes at this point in time. So let's jump right into it. Absolutely, no doubt about it, the biggest winner on the Ohio State Buckeyes is Bo Jackson. Stock is up. Style of play is working well for him. Carries is up. Role on the team is up. Fanfare is up. Everyone loves Bo right now. And the fact is, it's well-deserved. It's well-deserved right now for Bo Jackson. He has been electric in the first 2 games that he has played against Grambling and against Ohio. Extremely similar numbers. How close can you get to almost having the same numbers? And Grambling obviously earned that chance to play more, earned that chance to be seen by Buckeye fans. They have fallen in love with him. They love Bo. I'm pumped to do the You Don't Know Bo. Bo knows ball over the next few years. It's going to be really, really fun. 8 carries, 9 carries, 108 yards, 109 yards, 12-yard average, 12.1-yard average. Touchdown, should have been 2 in Grambling. Probably should have had one in Ohio somewhere. And those long, long burst runs from Bo Jackson got the crowd going in both games. Really, really excited to see where Bo Jackson goes forward with the Buckeyes. We talked about him in our Sunday overreaction. Big, big winner in Bo Jackson. Julian Sayin is making this list. And look, I didn't want to get too into stars, right? Obviously, Jeremiah Smith's a winner, born winner. Sonny Styles is a winner. But for Julian Sayin, it's been a hot topic from going back to the quarterback competition. All he's done is won. All he's done has won. Won the quarterback competition. Won against Texas. Won against Grambling. Won against Ohio. All he has done has stacked things up. Even on a bad day against Ohio, he still looked impressive. Long passes, deep passes, taking hits. Yes, he made mistakes, some ugly interceptions, some ugly plays. Still look good. That tells me he can stack winning. He can make good things happen, and he's doing the right things continuously. However, here comes the Big Ten, right? You still have that Penn State game, that Illinois game, that Michigan game, and then the college football playoff. After 3 weeks, Julian Sayin absolutely is a winner. We got to check back in. I don't know, maybe the next bye week we'll do it again, and then after the season, we'll see if Sayin ends up a winner at the end of the season. But for now, he definitely is a winner on my list. Arvell Reese. Yes, I will go back time and time again when I stood in front of you guys and said, watch out for Arvell Reese. I'm telling you about him now, and he has been better than I could have even pictured him being. He was all over the field against Ohio, just like he was in Texas, finally getting his chance. I don't know if it's the number change or just the offseason he had, but he's a monster. He's going to shatter the numbers he had last year, obviously, playing now, but I think he's also going to shatter the expectations. He's all over the field, making tackles, batting the ball down when they throw it his way, getting those sacks. PFF grades really, really good for an Ohio State linebacker. I mean, you get guys in the country playing in lesser conferences, better grades, obviously. So I'm happy with the 76.2 on PFF. And he's just gone above and beyond what even I, somebody who really fought for him, who really got excited for Arvell Reese, he's gone above and beyond what I predicted for him. He's been electric, and it's hard to stand out on a defense like this. You have Sonny Styles. You have Caleb Downs. Jermaine Matthew is a great player. You know, we're watching Caden Curry and Kenyatta Jackson, and yet in the middle of all that, Arvell Reese is sticking out to Buckeye fans and to the opposing defenses as he's going to be a problem going forward. Teams are going to have to acknowledge Arvell Reese. Definitely a winner at this point in time. Maybe you forgot this name or really just haven't noticed. Phillip Daniels is a winner. It has worked out for Phillip Daniels at right tackle. He transfers from Minnesota, Big Ten experience. He's a Cincinnati kid, comes to Ohio State. We were very excited for that competition with Ethan Anianwa, Austin Sareveld. Anianwa going for left tackle, then it looks like he stayed right. Then Phillip Daniels kind of emerges and takes that job. Why haven't you heard from Phillip Daniels? Why haven't you heard about Phillip Daniels? He's been taking care of business. That's why. Only allowed the 1 sack. Not often does he let people get after the quarterback with hits or pressure. He's been good on the run blocking, good on the pass blocking. It's one thing to do it for Minnesota. It's another to do it for Ohio State. More pressure, more talent overall on that offense line. He beat those guys out, has kept his job. Anianwa has slotted in at right guard for certain drives. No, they haven't given Phillip Daniels a break and a shot to jump in. You can see his numbers have improved from last year also. It's Phillip Daniels that has stayed locked in at right tackle, has done a really, really great job, and has been a good fit as a transfer, which we continue to see transfers work out for the Buckeyes. When just a small note here about NIL spending, the Buckeyes know where to spend their dollars. You've got another good example of Ohio State choosing to spend NIL money on transfers, proven players such as Phillip Daniels working out well there. Now that we've gone through some winners there, name a winner for the Buckeyes through 3 weeks. Maybe you agree with me and it's Sayin or Bo, or you've got another winner in mind. I know there's plenty of guys that have played really well that you may name as a winner. Our final winner, it is Matt Patricia, the defensive coordinator. You may be saying, I didn't know. I thought you had to pick players. I can pick whoever I want to be a winner. That's how we're doing this list today. And Matt Patricia deserves it. He needs to be on the winners list. We've had some bold takes on the Ohio State Football Report when it comes to Matt Patricia. I've said this defense is better than last year. I've said gone back and talked about what they said about Patricia when he was first hired. I myself wasn't a huge fan of it. He deserves a lot of the credit for what's happened here for this Ohio State defense. The way the players have been utilized, the confidence, the swagger. I see Caleb Downs, I listen to his podcast all the time, constantly says how much he's learning from Matt Patricia. Not just being told what to do, where to stand, how to act. He's learning the game of football from Matt Patricia. Imagine teaching Caleb Downs more about football. Patricia's been great, and he's been a perfect fit in that defensive coordinator role. I was a little anxious. I felt like Ryan Day finally got it right with the offense and defensive coordinator last year. Then he was forced into this situation where now he has to take on Brian Hartline, who's never called plays, and Matt Patricia, who's been out of football for a year and been out of college football for a long time. Perfect fit. Has gone very well. Big winner, Matt Patricia. That's you, sir. All right, want to let you guys know Prize Picks. This episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. You and I make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. Don't miss any of the excitement this season on Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. Prize Picks is simple to play. Just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. If you get your picks right, you could cash in. That's because Prize Picks puts their users first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. Prize Picks offers Venmo, Apple Pay, MasterCard, and more. That's quick and easy deposits into your account this football season. We got a little set here to take a look at. It's Baker, Stroud, Genty, and Herbert. Baker got that 233.5 passing yards, going more for Stroud on the half a passing touchdown, more for Genty on the rushing or reception touchdowns, and then Herbert, let's go less, 254.5 passing yards. You can see the more, less, how that 2 to 6 player stat projection kind of looks there. So what you want to do now, download the app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. What are winners without losers? Unfortunately, we are going to give you the losers. I don't call them a loser. This is just my losers list. After 3 weeks, I give these guys the opportunity to get off this list. I always want to make that clear. These guys can get off the losers list. It's only week 3. But right now, C.J. Donaldson and James Peoples are on the list at number 1. Look at these running backs. I mean, they've been good. Donaldson and Peoples have been good. But when you're being compared to Bo, you look at those numbers compared to the other two guys, and it's hard not to think, why is this guy not getting most of the carries? He didn't play against Texas, and then he's just racked up good numbers the past 2 weeks. He's a magnet for the end zone, giant long runs. I think C.J. Donaldson's a specific type of runner. It's hard to compare there. And James Peoples, as I said, got better week by week. More carries, he's looked better. But facts are, right now, you look at Bo Jackson, and it's put an enormous amount of pressure on the other two guys. Hard to say they haven't had good seasons. The issue is you've got a young freshman running back beating down the door for more carries, putting a lot of pressure on Donaldson and Peoples. And I will say they have both handled it well. They've given good quotes on Bo, especially Donaldson, a transfer senior. He's talked up the freshman. So, look, I think we're all going to have our eyes on the running back position going forward. Maybe these guys are winners by the end of the season. Maybe we just get more Bo and those guys fall out of it. We will see. More losers. I hate to do this one. I felt like this one was coming. I was hoping it wouldn't. But at this point in time, Brandon Inniss has just not had the season you kind of hoped he would, or in a perfect world, you thought he might. And like I said, it's not unexpected what's happened to Brandon Inniss. You have 2 number 1 receivers. That's just where you're at with this offense. And this last game proved it. Carnell Tate had over 100 yards and a touchdown. Jeremiah Smith had a giant game with over 150 yards and a receiving touchdown. Also ran one in for a touchdown. Then you've got Max Clare, who's coming along as a tight end. The other tight ends have come along nicely. Plus, you got the running back battle. Imagine all that. And Brandon Inniss, the team captain at wide receiver 3, the slot receiver, is supposed to come out of all that and still have good yardage, a good season so far. Ohio, he had nothing. No stats, no catches, no yards, nothing versus the Bobcats. Overall this season, it's been disappointing. 5 for 37, a 7.4 yard average. Hasn't made it to the end zone yet. Again, a guy that absolutely he was always the 3rd best wide receiver in this group, but a team captain, you hoped for a little more for Brandon Inniss, which begs the question now. Should Brandon Inniss get more targets within this offense? Want to see what you guys think? Type 1 for yes or 2 for no. Should Brandon Inniss get more targets? More losers to discuss here. Kenyatta Jackson Jr. But Billy, you told me blank. I was told by the Ohio State players from their quotes. We ran their quotes down talking about Kenyatta Jackson. He is my biggest disappointment on this losers list. The most disappointing. Sonny Styles calling him a monster, saying he has first-round pick potential, first-round pick size. He's going to be that guy for this defense. He's been waiting his turn to step up and be the guy on this defense. Injured in the 3rd quarter against Texas. Not much against Grambling. He had that scoop and score touchdown against Ohio that got called back. So after that, not much through 3 weeks. It's actually been Caden Curry who has stepped up for this defensive line, a guy that we weren't quite sure was going to start. You look here, there's still no sacks for Jackson. His PFF grade is not near his counterpart there in Caden Curry. The numbers aren't there. They're not there through 3 games. Get it together. That's what I will say for Kenyatta Jackson during this bye week, heading into Big Ten play, whether it's get healthy, get confident, switch sides, I don't care. Figure it out. We had a lot of hype for you, and it just hasn't happened yet. Keeping some faith there, but through 3 weeks has not been there for Kenyatta Jackson. Malik Hartford is next on our losers list. It was going to be Caleb Downs and then 2 other players that were going to play with Caleb Downs. It was going to be Hartford and Jalen McClain. Well, if you take a look at their snap count, huge difference. It has not been an even split between these 2 guys. I think it's just simple. McClain has proved himself, and the defensive staff wants him out there more. He's a hard hitter. He's only a sophomore, played a little bit as a freshman, so obviously he had that hype coming in. The snaps say it all. They prefer Jalen McClain to be paired with Caleb Downs. I think Hartford still can play some nickel, can fit in with this defense, and you never know when he'll be called upon. But for a tandem that we predicted would be 50-50, I think it's a little 70-30, 80-20 for Malik Hartford. Name a loser for the Buckeyes through 3 weeks, somebody who hasn't met your expectations, situation hasn't gone well, whatever it is, go back and look through my list, take one of those guys, or name one that I didn't put on that list. Last but not least on the losers list, Lincoln Kienholz. I don't know if there was ever a path for him to become a winner outside of some type of dramatic switch up with Julian Sayin in an injury or something like that situation. Kienholz battled for that spot, really went for it, and then at the end, it was always going to be Sayin. It was Sayin, and then next thing you know, it's just Kienholz playing in garbage time and getting a few gimmick plays, a few rushes to throw the defense off. He is the forgotten man at this point. You hate to say it. I predicted he will move on and be a starter at another school next year. I still believe that. He just rarely plays. You know exactly when he's going to play, and that's when he plays. And it's rarely gimmick plays and when the Buckeyes are up a ton. Still may need him at some point, not really sure. But at this point in time, for Kienholz to be a loser in all this, it's not a bad thing. Because straight up, it just means Julian Sayin is successful for the Buckeyes. That's why he was one of my winners.